is it still important to you, even though you got out in 2015, I believe. So it's been about what 7 years? Ooh, yeah, 7 years since you've been out. Do you think it still means the exact same thing, or do you think it's still important for you?
Well, of course it's important. I don't think I'll ever not love the Marine birthday or balls or anything. I think those are one of the best memories that we have. You can't not have a good time at a ball.
No.
You can. And just the fact of it, like even being out, even being medically separated, I think that with everything, it just reminds me of how much I learned, how much the friends that I made, and just the family aspect of the entire organization, and just our core values and what we continue to strive for. I think there's a lot of things that you learn from the military, and just remembering it and taking it in, and appreciating what we have and what others have given up for us to have this. And I think it's important to always appreciate it, and I don't think I'll ever stop. It's a great kind of like, reminder, like, of all the good times I had, and of course all of the times we've had together.
Yeah.
And just everyone that's still in, everyone's that's gotten out, like, it's just kind of, it always brings us back together. So you'll never feel like out.
Yeah.
So you always feel like attached and plugged into everything. Like, I think that just brings everybody together, and that's important, because I think we need to remember those who are out and those who are struggling at the moment. And with having our birthday, it can maybe alleviate some sadness or any kind of unhealthy thoughts or anything. Just to remember that we still have everyone around you, and that you can always reach out to anybody if you're struggling with anything. And remember our birthday, everything that stands for, is a good reminder to appreciate everything that you have.
Yeah.
That shit deep
That's
too.
pretty good.
Damn, both of
That
them.
was kind of deep.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was kind of deep. Oh shit!
Yeah.
God damn.
Well,
Usually when we get deep like this, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like toward the middle, toward the end of the thing. But goddamn, that's kind of deep. No, I
Yeah.
feel that. Cause I mean,
mental health
yeah,
is.
no, I feel
They
that.
got
Cause
two
we talked
haymakers,
about
man. They
it.
hit you with the left and then they hit you with the right real quick.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, we were talking about that. You know, me and Matt talk about it all the time when we talk about this. Like, you know, the mental health part of talking and being out. I never really thought or put that in perspective. I guess Matt, you would be more with it anyway to understand that when you do the what's it called, the Marine Corps birthday, while you're out, you're still like joining in with the family, even though you may not be in the unit, but you see everyone else and you're partying with everyone else, and you're in it like everyone else is. And I think that's pretty cool. 'Cause I never even thought about that, because I haven't been since I've been out.
Yeah.
But Maria's been to all my balls, and she in there partying with the rest of us and shit like that. Like, like she was a part of the unit too. And I think that's pretty cool. 'Cause I think about it too, like with you when we went to the ball with you. I think what was that? What was that, Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, Murphy.
And it was lit. It was lit. Like you were
Yeah.
partying with us. Like you were in the unit too. And I think that's pretty cool. I never even thought about that. How like you still are
Yeah,
part of the family. You still feel it.
like I've been to two balls since I've been out, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, because COVID, want to be a whole bitch and
Yeah.
fuck
COVID.
everything up. Yeah.
That's screwed up everything.
But like for me, like the ball, like especially when I went out with you guys, is like what I appreciated from the schoolhouse experience is like y'all didn't treat me like a spouse. That I
Yeah.
like if that like it was just like the weird dynamic was like I was hanging out with
Yeah.
Shaw and Myra was over here with the spouses. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was
Yeah.
real ass backwards. But it's like being around y'all like made me want to go back in, to be honest. But then I was like, but then it's like reality hit me and was like, yo, like I really
Wow, that
can't,
shit whack.
really can't do that because of the
They put
kid.
it in the water.
Yeah, it's like drinking the Kool-Aid in a sense,
Yeah.
But nah, like
Oh, that's
I
pretty
remember my first ball. I took my mom. That
Yeah, you told me about
my
that.
first ever ball. I
Yeah,
took,
yeah, because y'all got the pictures. I remember y'all
yeah,
got the
my
pictures
first
up.
ever ball. I
Yeah.
took my mom, and you know, like the people that I was working with, like they made her feel welcome. You know,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
wasn't like it was like on some weird shit. Like they made her feel like she was part of the family. So it's like that was pretty cool. But it's just like the ball for me is just it's a dope time. It just brings back like the dopeness. Like because again, like how Myra said, like as Marines throughout the year, we always complaining or fucking bitching about something, or we always we always get the short end of the stick. Like they say, the
Yeah.
green fucking weenie, no Vaseline. You know, but like yeah, that ass. But it's like
Oh,
around
nah, I
that
feel you.
time, especially like around that time, like all worries are gone. Ain't nobody give a fuck about no damn inspection or
Yeah.
deadlines. You know, so it's
Yeah,
like
all that on the back burner, dog. We coming together and we having a good time.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I never really thought about that. Yeah,
You
usually
actually
when
feel
we,
you
yeah,
feel appreciated too. I
Yeah,
think
because they
that's
even
when
shout out the
it's like
veterans
the
and shout out
first
the
time.
spouses. Yeah,
they
like
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I remember, yeah, because what the one time we went when you gotta remember the couple times we went when you weren't pregnant. I remember, like you were hanging out, like Catherine, like you and Catherine were hanging out on one of the balls we went to, like at the schoolhouse, I believe, schoolhouse thing. Well, we did it on base. We did it at the Lejeune spot,
oh yeah.
and I remember that. I think that was really cool because Coates' wife, she was in too, so it was like a cool dynamic with that. And usually, anytime we did something, I always made sure Marie was right next to me when we were like, if we were partying like that, or
yeah,
we were drinking, because she was a Marine too. And that's pretty cool. I never really thought about that dynamic where it was like you were out, but you were with us and the whole crew, and you were still like partying with us.
yeah.
And
Y'all made me feel like I was still in a sense. Like I was
I think
like
that's
I still
really
had
cool. I
that
never thought
perk.
about
Like I was out but still felt like I was
it. Yeah,
in.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
how many times you're
you
like, yo,
never
go get
know
your
the
like
part.
go get your camis out storage, bro. Bring your ass over here. You in this bitch too much, Put that ass to
No,
work.
yeah, because I remember, because
Yeah.
that ball at Myrtle Beach, if I'm correct, that was the first time we ever like went out with you, like
No,
we were
we
drinking
oh yeah, that was
and
like the
like
first time that I really like drank like that.
you like drink because
Yeah,
Yeah, I
before
drank.
you was always driving and stuff. You never really
Yeah,
drink,
I was
and I
always
think that
on
was the first
game.
time we actually like partied and like drank and like
Yeah,
danced around. I think that was pretty
because
cool.
usually around that time I let my hair down, in a sense. Like I let
Yeah,
my
yeah,
hair down
yeah.
and just act a fool. Because it's like, hey, it's my birthday too. What the fuck, you know? Why can't I get loose? I'm finna get loose.
That's really cool. I never thought about that dynamic, but I think that's a really cool dynamic.
But yeah,
Because a couple times we've had people that been in, like I think the last ball we went to with Lewis. Remember he brought his boxing trainer, because he was an old Marine. Remember he sat at the table with us,
oh
and
yeah,
he just looked so happy. He wasn't like
yeah,
partying or dancing or nothing. He was buying drinks, but he
yeah,
wasn't like nothing crazy. But he was just so happy. He was just
because he
so
was
proud to
there.
be there
Because
because he
yeah,
was there.
because you gotta think about it. And honestly, I feel like shit needs to change because it's just so happens like how Myra said, like the Marine Corps' birthday is the most like recognizable one out of all branches.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody know that one.
Everybody
Everybody
knows
know that
that
one.
one. But literally the very next day is Veterans Day.
It's Vets Day.
It's Veterans Day. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like some shit do gotta change in a sense, cause like the minute you get out, unless you know somebody that's still in, there ain't no way you're gonna be able to experience that feeling or the
Well,
festivities
yeah.
don't
again.
don't the recruiters don't they allow people to buy in? I thought like
No,
vets. I thought they allow
no,
them to buy tickets. They don't.
no,
No.
no.
Oh
Well,
man,
again,
I
you gotta
thought that
think
was
about it.
something
You gotta
that.
think about it. She didn't have a ball last year neither because of COVID. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
I always thought that like
Nah,
recruiters they offered it to
I
vets. Like
have
you
no
could be able
idea
to.
because you gotta think about it. She's part of ours, Jacksonville, and we're all the way in fucking by Orlando. That's a 2 hour drive.
Orlando, yeah,
You know what I'm
2 hour
saying?
jaunt. Yeah.
So it's like I feel like shit
I
does
wanted to
need.
look into that.
I know like those the chapters like like the vet
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
they do their own thing, but at the end of the day it's like I'm talking about like
It's not the same.
yeah it's like I feel like they need to do the same thing they do for the Marine Corps ball, but for Marine veterans because
Yeah.
because honestly it's like I said if you don't know nobody that's in you're never gonna experience that like again like how you're supposed to, and I feel like it's very important as Marines because a lot of Marines, when they get out and transition into the civilian sector, they struggle because they don't have an identity. Because doesn't matter how long you've done, your time, that was your identity. You weren't
Yeah.
you weren't Matthew, you weren't Curtis, you weren't Maria, you were fucking Cyber, you were Cruz. I didn't know your last name. Was it Rowe?
Row.
Yeah, you
It
were
was rough.
yeah, you were fucking Rowe. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you get out, and now motherfuckers calling you Matthew, calling you Maria. Like, it's weird. It's fucking, you got to get accustomed to it. Like, it's weird. So it's like, it's it's just.
pretty cool.
I feel like they need to do
Something.
something. They need to fix that up. They really do, because it's like Myra's still in. So if we're closer, if we do get stationed back, further up,
Yeah.
the invite's gonna
Yeah,
be
like
there for both of y'all to come through.
Well, I know we were talking about it for us because we missed our last two because we had COVID hit us, and then last year they just didn't do it.
Yeah.
So, me and Marie were talking about that. I was like, damn, bro, I don't think we're gonna get another ball before we get out. And like, we were both really sad about it, especially last year.
Yeah.
We were just like, damn, bro, we're not gonna get one. You can remember by this time, I knew I was getting out,
Yeah.
and I was like, bro, I hope we do it. And the command just didn't do it.
I mean, that was
then
all
we
Marine
ended
Corps nation. That was all nationwide, and they're
Bullshit. A lot of units did balls last year. A
oh,
lot of units did.
no.
Our unit even said it. They said they just didn't raise money. That's what happened. They
That's
just didn't
some
raise money. You know what
Well-
I'm saying? They didn't plan it. They didn't plan for, to able to do it. They didn't plan for
You
it.
know, honestly,
That was just TCOM.
to be honest, it's the best part about going to, like, yeah, you weren't able to your last ball, but it's not gonna be like, that's not gonna be the last one you're gonna get invited to, because like I said,
Yeah.
if we move up, best believe y'all need to come through. But the
Yeah.
better feeling, trust me, when you get out and you go to your first ball as a veteran, it's way better. Because why? You ain't gotta deal with that blues coat.
Yeah, for
You ain't
real.
gotta be on your best behavior because you're in uniform. You know what I'm saying?
No blues code for me.
Yeah. You ain't got that shit choking up your neck and have to loosen that bitch up.
It's so funny watching y'all walk with.
Yeah. Like,
I would love just to have like a camera there while like just some walk by with. Because
yeah.
it just looks like you're.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
Marie was rocking
Yeah.
dresses the whole time, having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
I was rocking
Oh,
the
yeah.
tux.
You were pregnant for 2 of them, so she was relaxing. She had like a pregnant dress, so the shit was baggy as shit, just relaxing. I'm out here like stressed out. Yeah. But,
I'm like,
nah,
I'm
that
the
is
one
pretty
walking.
cool, though.
But you can, for the people that watching this, the new ones, you can get that shit stretched out, all right? You can get it to the point where it's not choking you.
Oh.
My last one was.
Yeah,
The last
cool.
one I wore, it was stressed out, so it was really loose. Like, it looked tight, but I could breathe.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
good.
no, but no. Freaking. Alright, you want to check on the kids?
Yep. I'm
Alright.
good.
Well, like I said, we're going to try to have Maria and Myra back for another one. But thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
But, so, the wives,
Yeah.
we apologize that it had to be cut short. It was due to
Time constriction.
people not getting ready on time.
Yeah, you
So-
know. Yeah, you know how it is.
We ain't gonna name no names, but it was due to people not being ready on time. So, but yeah,
Don't worry,
So
they'll come
we,
back. They'll be back.
They'll be back. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
And so what I wanted to talk about, like for us, it kind of sucks. I wanted to get Myra for it too, but I knew we didn't have time. But for the ball thing, so we did the ball, and we'll talk about our ball experiences. And for mine, it's kind of crazy because not only do I have a few balls I did dolo solo, but I also have student balls that I went to
Oh, that's
that were
right.
even weirder than our normal jumps.
Because you over here
So-
chaperoning.
So I'm gonna try to speed through my initial balls real quick. So when I first joined, I got to the fleet Columbus Day. So that's like early whenever Columbus Day is. I don't
October.
know, freaking whatever.
October.
So it was the 96 when we showed up. You know what I'm saying? So we had the days off, and we showed up, and we were doing our thing. And I'm talking about still checking. I haven't even got to my company yet. I was at Regiment. And if you don't know, that's just higher headquarters before you get down to where you need to be. I wasn't even there yet. they come up to us and like, hey, the ball is like next week, and y'all need to get tickets. And then the first sergeant come out and she's like, oh shoot, we ain't got no more tickets. And like we were the newest people. It was like, I think it was like 12 of us, and they ain't had no tickets. And they were like, yeah, we're completely sold out because the ball was like the very next weekend.
Yeah.
And so what the first sergeant did, she was like, don't even trip. I'll call your first sergeant. Just come to the ball. I will make a way for y'all to have seats. Mind you, we just got to the fleet. If you don't know, if you ain't been in, usually when you get to the fleet and you go to your first ball, you usually run into some heads that are anti the ball. You get some Marines, some Lance Corporals, some Corporals that are like, nah, the ball sucks. It's terrible.
They try to take
it's
leave.
boring.
Yeah, they try to take leave around
Yeah.
that time to
They
get
take
out of
leave.
it.
They just don't want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of dudes like that
Yeah.
that kind of hate on the ball and stuff like that. So we're getting all of that. And I'm like, man, do I want to do it and stuff like that? So like 8 of us went. 8 of us went. I went anyway because we had some moto dudes, and then like we got a ride from a corporal. We all rode up there. We were PFCs, bro, fresh to the fleet. Just the PFC. Half of us were privates, by the way. We dudes ain't even got rank yet. So we out here, with nothing. We didn't even get the national defense yet.
Yeah.
We didn't even have it.
You just had one medal.
We didn't even have it. One medal. We outside. We show up. We run into the first sergeant. She's like, oh, yeah, I got you. I got your seats. They brought us up to the regimental commander's table, and all of them got up and let us sit down in their seats. So our CO for regiment, not my company commander, so the full bird colonel, his wife, the XO, his wife, all of them got up.
Damn.
The sergeant major, his wife, they all got up and let us sit down.
Where they sit?
And they just stood up behind us and talking to us and shit the whole time. So we all sat around the table and they were just talking to us and shit. Just kind of like, explaining what the ball was. Because remember, the regimental CO, he was doing the ceremony. So he wasn't really there anyway. But like his wife, they were all like explaining everything to us. It was crazy. Like they just hooked it up.
Yeah.
They were just like, yo, we want y'all to experience this. And they gave up their own seats, their food. Remember, that's how you get food too. Their food, all that. They were just like, nah, y'all do y'all. Enjoy it. Take it for what it is. They got some seats and they like kind of sat in right next to us and shit. And we were just joking with like the lieutenant colonel and the sergeant major and shit like that. Sergeant major fucked up. You know how he was doing and shit.
Oh yeah.
And
I
think it was only one of us.
I think every sergeant major gets fucked up. Yeah.
It was like one of us that was of age. Everyone else was kind of underage. So we weren't drinking or nothing. So he was just talking to us and they were vibing with us. And it was so cool, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I'm hearing all these stories, and my commander gave up his seat so we could sit down and enjoy the ball. And it was cool. The ball was real cool. It was my first time. Like I said, I was PFC. So, when the dancing and shit happened, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit kind of turned into a club after dinner.
Literally, the ball is just weird because the ball is like, it's like a wedding / birthday party. Like, because you have like... It's
a wedding plus the reception.
Yeah. It's like a wedding plus
have
the reception with it. Because you have the ceremony... I'm not saying it's similar. It's very similar because you have your ceremony where, the bride and the groom are fucking saying their vows and their I do's and shit
all
like that.
Formal.
Yeah, all formal shit. That's how it is in the beginning. You have your celebration, like you have the freaking sword detail, the cake cutting. That is your formal shit. Or you got to be standing up, sitting down, all the time.
Yep.
But the minute that shit over with, is reception time. You get your food, the music come out, drinks
are flowing.
You know what I'm saying?
We outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would
we were partying.
I would pretty much say the ball is similar to a wedding, but with just a whole bunch of heads.
Yeah, it's very ceremonious in the beginning. All of a sudden, it turned into the reception, and you're just partying and stuff. So I remember when that happened, the transition. Like I said with PFC, I was so confused. I was like, bro, what am I supposed to do now? But man, when we started partying, dog, listen. When Myra said the rank kind of went out the window, she wasn't joking because we was partying. I remember the XO's wife really wanted to party with a young thug. We was dancing with her. Like it was still like we were just dancing. Like rank go out the window. First sergeant wanted to dance with your boy, so I had to put the rank aside. Had to dance with the diamond a little bit. It was crazy. Like it was a good freaking time.
Yeah.
And like we were doing our thing, and then what's crazy though? So mind you, PFC next year, the very next ball, I am a corporal.
What?
I got the blood stripe. I'm ready to roll.
You just jumped one. You fucking suck.
So I got promoted to Lance in December.
That's why.
December 1st. So I got promoted to Lance in December. And yeah, I never forget if you don't know about the 81 side, back in 2012 was called the Great NCO Giveaway. So if you was alive and you weren't in trouble,
Just get
promotion. So so I got promoted to corporal 9 months later. I was promoted.
Yeah.
Like so boom. Now I'm out here. Mind you, I deployed too. So I went from one medal. So I got the Afghan stack now. I got the corporal, with the blood stripe. I was flexing on hoes when I showed up to that next ball, bro. And that one, Vegas. I went to Vegas.
Oh yeah, yo, they be having the weirdest motherfucking locations and venue because my second one was in an aquarium.
Yeah, bro. You don't know what you're gonna get when you go to the ball.
Yeah,
The first one was at a casino.
Yeah, the first one
So
was
we had our first.
the first one was at Pelican Point, Cherry Point.
Pelican Point,
When
Cherry Point. I know what you mean.
But they do the in briefs and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, right over
Yep.
there. That was the first one. The second one was the aquarium. I brought out Malachi. He was a baby. Yeah, bro. Matter of fact, when this episode dropped, we're gonna put out some old pictures.
Oh yeah, I'll post some old
we're
ball
gonna post
pictures.
some old pictures and shit. Yeah, we're gonna put it on. We're gonna put it on the page.
Yeah. Now
So
we went to Vegas.
Yeah, there's a transition. There's a transition. Yeah. No, that was my
We
third
went
one.
to Vegas.
Yeah.
Doing a thing. Yeah, that was your third one.
Yeah, the third one was the aquarium because the thing you gotta remember. So like my first one, fucking, it was just weird because again, supply 51 warehouse clerks. Our schoolhouse is only like 2-3 weeks.
Oh yeah, you were.
So I was already in the fleet by like I went boot camp February, graduated May, MCT finished in June. I was already in the fleet by July.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
ready to roll.
Yeah, so I had the private chevron too. I was a private my first ball. Second ball, I was a Lance and I was with Myra. And she was pregnant at the time. And she was just like freshly pregnant. So she could still wear her uniform.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she didn't have to wear, the maternity fucking uniform. So she was able to rock her blues perfectly fine.
She could have wore a dress. She went with you.
No, because you gotta remember, we're both part of the same unit.
Oh, that's right. Y'all went to the same ball. Yeah.
So our ball was the same. So that was our first ball.
Yeah.
And then the third one was at the aquarium. She was in a dress with Malachi. Malachi was in a little baby tux. Yeah. Yeah, we flexed him out for that one.
Nah. Fucking second ball was in Vegas. Lit.
Oh my
Lit
God.
as fuck. Partying hard. I ain't gonna say I was underage drinking, but I ain't gonna say I wasn't either. So we went to the ball, and it was a good time. Like I said, it was Vegas. The best thing about it, I was a corporal. Nobody even asked how old I was, because they just assumed with the stack, with the blood stripe, the rank, I was there.
Yeah.
So we was rolling it. So I did my thing out in Vegas. It was a bomb-ass time. Came back. The third year, I didn't get a ball because I was deployed. I was on the Mew. I'll never forget that one. That was fucking bullshit. Because I did a 15K hike in the desert on the Marine Corps birthday. But it was still moto, though, because, it was a birthday, so it was still lit. We was carrying Marine Corps flags and stuff in the desert in Kuwait. It was lit. But, I ain't gonna hold you. The best ball. My fourth year. Mind you, I'm still a corporal because, I didn't get promoted for a long time after I got promoted so fast.
Yeah.
My fourth year, we went back to the same casino I went on my first year, but it was so great because this was the ball that my original unit, so LS company, combined with my deploying unit, COB 13. They did a ball together. So I had all my boys from each unit I ever been in come together to do a ball.
For real?
crazy, bro. Oh yeah, bro. I can barely remember that shit. I was, I was 21 at the time. I was living the dream. We did our thing. It was crazy. It was a crazy ball. But that was really fun. Then of course now the following year Maria shows up. So now I got Maria. She was pregnant the first ball, so she wore pregnant thing. She was out already.
Yeah.
So she was pregnant that one. The next ball she wasn't pregnant, so she was out there partying, doing her thing. We don't have a lot of pictures from that one because I was actually in the ball detail that year. I think I did the flag jump. I did the flag jump that year, so we ain't got a lot of pictures from that one. And then the following year, she was pregnant again at the schoolhouse. No, she wasn't. She wasn't pregnant. Sorry, she wasn't pregnant that one. At the schoolhouse, and then the following year she was pregnant. That was the one with Callie. That's when we went to Myrtle Beach. That's the one that me and you were in Myrtle Beach, and she was pregnant and shit that year. She was about to pop. If you really think about it,
Oh, that's
because
right. Yeah,
that was late November. She came out in December, so she was about to pop.
Yeah.
Her and what's the name were pregnant. Bianca.
Bianca.
Voss's wife. They both.
Yeah, but we didn't know. She wasn't really showing like that.
Nah, she wasn't showing them.
Yeah.
So we did all that. We was partying that one, and then the last ball I went to was with Myra because you went home that time. That was when Myra, her brother, came.
Yeah.
And man, that one was cool. I think that one was cool because we did so much with less. Cause we didn't go nowhere. We stayed at the ball the entire time. We didn't go out. We didn't do no crazy shit. We stayed at the ball, party in hotel rooms, and just did our thing right there. That one was pretty cool. I think that one was pretty sick because it was like, we just kind of kept it all in-house. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go nowhere and shit like that.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. I think Lewis was there that year too, but he was gone. He wasn't even in the unit. Lewis came with me. I invited Lewis to that one.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. That was a cool ball. But, yeah, man, my balls were pretty crazy. But the schoolhouse balls where we chaperoned.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, bro. Myra know about this.
It's like
I remember
prom.
Yeah. Think of it like prom with the schoolhouse. It's way more chaperone.
Yeah, structure.
Don't get me wrong, they have alcohol, but they have one bar for the students to go to. Mind you, this is the entire schoolhouse. So it's like 1,000 kids, and they're, so it made it really hard for them to get drinks. So they kind of like really condensed it to make it difficult for them to do a bunch of crazy shit.
Exactly.
So, but we went. I remember, Myra was with us that year, and the first year I went for the chaperone, I was pissed. I didn't want to do it because I was like, man, it's whack. But it turned out to be pretty funny because we were allowed to drink, so I was walking around drinking, disrespecting students all night long, bro. Just walking around, just like, y'all don't know nothing about this motivational shit. Like, during the Marine Corps birthday message, like if you go to a real ball, when they're playing it, there's people yelling in the back, talking about "oorah," screaming and shit in the back. The students weren't doing that; they were just standing there quiet. So you got all the instructors in the back going crazy for the message, and the students looking at us like, "These dudes is crazy." Like, I ain't crazy. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly. You're supposed to have some pride.
So, yeah.
Like,
I remember that because Myra was with us. Myra was with us that year. That was pretty funny because Myra was like, I think she was like in charge, kind of.
Yeah.
So, like, she was, like, freaking out at me and stuff like that because I was drinking so much. And I'm like, nah, get out my face. I'm drinking because I want to. I like doing this. But she was, like, mad at me and shit because I was drinking too much.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do what I want. I'm a grown man. But, nah, it's... The ball, man, it's cool, man. I think it's something that... Exact same thing like you said, man. That camaraderie and bringing it all back. The family aspect of it and trying to make it, more than what it is. You kind of forget all the BS, all the bad shit going on at work, or you just...
Because you get dogged on every fucking day, and it's like that one day you don't really get dogged on. And it's like motherfuckers...
Yeah, like the command's in a lot better mood.
Yeah, and it's like motherfuckers that you can't stand. Like, they...
You can...
Yeah, they have a whole... It's like get out of jail free card in Monopoly. Like, all right, it's this one time. Like, I can't stand your ass. I really don't fuck with you. But tonight I'm gonna make an exception.
Yeah, like, it's cool. Like, it was dudes, like, I would be like beefing with at work.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But right there, you know what I'm saying, we'll be toasting up, like, you know, enjoying ourselves. But tomorrow, just know we still gonna be beefing when we head back to work.
Exactly.
But you know, but it's so cool. Like even your command is completely different. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always a sergeant major who's completely gone. Like, you know, he's partying like he ain't never partied before.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's finally letting his hair down after all these years or the whole year of, you
Raw
know,
shit. Yeah.
stressing out, yelling at us and shit. But then that one day, like Myra said, our master sergeant, when he was dancing, that shit took me for a loop. Like, you can ask her. I was confused. I was like, what in the world are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just wasn't that guy. And
Yeah.
then he was dancing like I ain't never seen before. And it's crazy cool like that. You got people like who was it? Creedon. You remember Creedon?
Yeah.
She's a sniper. She a sniper when we out there drinking and shit. She was walking around with tequila shots, just walking around, just handing them out to people and shit the whole fucking time. Like while you weren't even paying attention, she just snipe you with a tequila
Yeah,
shot.
I mean, that day is
And
the best day to get drunk because you basically ain't paying for shit.
nah, like
CO
most
got
of the
it.
time,
Armation got it.
you're getting
XO got it.
it's drinks flowing. Somebody else gonna get you a drink. Don't get me wrong, I bought a couple rounds every once in a while and stuff like that. But most of the time, you do get rounds sent to you, like on some weird shit. Oh, bro, did I tell you about at that ball with Myra? Somebody tried to buy a drink from Maria.
Oh hell no.
Bruh, oh my god. So we was outside. We was taking pictures. You know, I'm gonna post those pictures too because those pictures are hilarious.
Yeah.
But we were all trying to take pictures outside. Everybody's all fucked up and shit like that. And while I'm outside, I'm taking pictures. I peek through the window, and I see some staff sergeant trying to buy Maria a drink. And my wife, she a Marine.
She ain't gonna say no.
She not dumb. She not gonna deny a free drink. She's not gonna deny it. But my thing is, I'm like, bruh, you know she with somebody. Like, she got her ring on. That diamond ain't small. Move. So me being, I was on that Jameson that night. So I rolled over there and I slid the drink right back into his chest, dumped it all over his fucking uniform, and said what's good with it. He ain't want no smoke because Dusty, Lewis, and Summers was with me when I showed up. Because when I went through the door, Lewis, you remember Lewis. Lewis always with the shit.
Yeah, Lewis.
We fight.
I mean, hey, we got out before the ball, yeah.
Yeah. He with the shit.
Yeah, he's always with
so
the shit.
we was like ready. He was ready for it, and Dusty was with me too. So and then I think Summers pulled up after the fact. But we was like, I kind of squatted up on him, and he walked away. The funny part, I don't know who he was. I've never seen him before in my life, ever. I don't know what unit he was with, anything. But when I pulled that drink back, and then the funny part, my wife got mad. She was like, "Why you do that? That was Hennessy." And I was like, "Damn," because I knew what she was doing. She was gonna give it to me, but I ain't know that. I was ready to fight. But yeah, man, I'll never forget that shit, bro. But yeah, man, ball just fun. Like I just enjoyed it so much. I always enjoy it. I look back at the pictures, like the formal pictures you take,
Yeah.
like with Myra and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I look back at those, and I'm like, damn, bro, crazy time and place. I hate looking at my shit now because I just see how big I got.
Oh no, I'm the
After
same way.
each
I'm the same way. Yeah. I'm the same way.
Each picture, I'm just like, God damn.
Yeah.
But nah, it's cool, man. I'm excited. I mean, this year, I'm not really gonna do much, man. I'm probably just gonna still drink like I normally do. Just kind of like toast to it. Call you. We're gonna record that day, so I'll probably end up talking to you and stuff like that, and just kind of reminiscing on the shit,
Yeah.
the people, the fam.
That's true.
The
It's like I feel like fucking on the Marine Corps birthday, I feel like we have a responsibility. Like it's not. It's like untalked. It's like unwritten. It's like an unwritten rule. It's like a fucking responsibility. Like I feel like I have. I don't know if you feel the same way. For like all the Marines that we chilled with back in the years that are no longer with us. So I feel like it's at least like it's our, my due diligence to fucking at least, do it out, do it for them type of shit.
No. Nah, yeah, man. It's plenty of people that I went to the ball with one year and they weren't there the next,
Yeah.
and or they're not here now. So it's pretty. Nah, I feel that. I do feel that. I got a picture. I was looking at it maybe like last year. It was like one of the Dream Marines I had, Davis, Austin Davis. He passed away probably like 2 years ago, and I have a picture with him at the ball. Like I think my first ball at the APO. He was an embarker. He was a cool dude. He had an attitude problem, but he was a cool dude. Like like a down to earth guy.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the picture. I was like, that's crazy to think about it. He's not here no more. And that's all I really got is like the memories and shit like that. So
Exactly.
I feel that. I'm definitely gonna be thinking about shit like that. You think about that like for Memorial Day and shit like that, but at the same time, I definitely don't want to forget
Because it's their birthday too.
the people.
Yes, it's their birthday
Yeah,
too.
they birthday too, for sure. And definitely try to live it out like that. I mean, I do it for Maria. Like there were years that Maria wasn't really feeling it, because she got out quick and she went through that whole identity crisis of like she thought she didn't even belong because she got out so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, I always try to like put it back in her head, like, hey,
It's
like
not your
you're still a
fault.
Marine.
Yeah, shit happens.
It's not your fault. Like you're still a Marine. I'm like, it don't matter what the fuck you went through it. You did your shit and you went through the fucking crucible and they gave you that EGA.
Yeah,
That's all that
it's not
counts.
like you
That's all
fucked
that
up.
fucking
It's not
matters.
like you fucked up and got kicked out. Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying? Like,
and even in that sense, like if you went out there and you put your mind to it and you did your thing. Don't get me wrong, I understand people fuck up. I understand people did some worse shit than, just fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Popping on drugs and shit like that. I know
Yeah.
people, I ain't talking about that.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, if you got out and, you got out and you didn't want to, like, think about like in Felix's situation. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
I mean,
he had to beat his case, but he got screwed over in the long run.
yeah.
But it's stuff like that where it's like, damn, bro, like you still there, you still did it, you still put in the effort, like we talked about earlier. You wanted it, and you went and got it. You deserve it. You have it. It's yours. Nobody can take this shit away from you. And I think that's something I like. Let's say I was trying to like really instill for Maria is like remind her like,
Yeah.
nah, fuck all that. It's your birthday too. You did this shit. Like, go fuck what anybody say. And so when I took her out with the crew for the Marine Corps birthday and shit, she be drinking and shit. I had to remind dudes that she was a Marine too. Don't forget it when you drinking with her because
Yeah.
she will remind you
Listen,
that she was a Marine too.
Yeah, there's something different with us, and it's just like how I'm gonna take a quote out of Lewis's book. There's something inside me that I need to kill.
I don't know how to fight it.
Yeah, it's the darkness inside me that I need to kill.
Yeah.
All right, so it's like, yeah, I promise, like, try to go toe to toe with a Marine, drinking wise. You gonna lose 9 out of 10 times.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Not even fraternities could fucking outdrink us. And mind you, like, what was it? Shit, I didn't drink with you guys for like a whole year. And the minute I drank with you, I was keeping up with y'all.
Now you still drinking. You still drinking.
I wasn't acting real
Oh.
reckless, cause like when you
Yeah.
when you stop drinking for a long period of time, your tolerance goes all the way down. Nah. So
I feel it, man. Like, like usually, man, I think like every year when I was drinking, man, I was taking a bottle down. Whatever I had. It was a bottle that I had for the ball that day.
yeah,
And my whole goal was to drink it completely. And
man, that's how you end up with 3 kids.
Hey, listen, that only happened from one kid.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how you end up with the 3rd one.
That Jameson to do it to you. It will do it to you.
I'm good on that,
promise.
bro. I'm good on that, people.
But you know what I mean? Like, and usually, I'm drinking like that. But it's, I'm chilling. I'm celebrating. I'm
having a good time, man. Fuck it.
I'm having a good time. Yeah, with my peoples, with
Exactly.
with the team, and really like putting it out there that I'm still proud of what I did, how I did it, even though it may not have went the way I wanted it to go. Like I talk shit all the time about like how it sucked and blah blah blah, but everybody know I didn't want to get out. I don't want it done. I wanted to keep going. I was in for 11 years. Like, I wanted to keep going,
Yeah, you was there.
but I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it meant a lot to me when it got taken away. But at this point, I always try to remember. That's what my therapist keeps trying to tell me is like, what you did, it meant something. It wasn't nothing. It was important. All that shit. And I try to always remember that. And then, I try to do that for the birthday. Like last year, I think we had like a little thing at the crib last year. Because, we didn't have a thing.
Right.
So, it's something like that where I'll try to remember that, I did some stuff. I did some Marine Corps things. And it was cool. And it meant something. It's important to remember. And, it's like the same shit, I was preaching to Maria for all those years through the birthday. Of like, keep your head up, you were a Marine and shit like that.
Right.
Now this year I have to kind of do the same thing to myself and have to remind myself that it's your birthday. You did it. You can still celebrate it, even though you got out. You can still celebrate it.
Exactly.
And so that's why I'm trying to keep my mind right for that right now. I'm excited. I got the flag. I put it up.
Yeah.
I'm proud. But it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be tough for me.
I mean, it took me a while. It took me a while to like, fucking, embrace it. I mean, shit. You would never. You can ask my parents. You can ask Myra. Like, probably this was like the year that I started wearing fucking Marine Corps apparel again.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah.
When I saw you wearing it for the first time. It's it's something you normally don't do.
Yeah, I don't do it. So it's like, I think it changed after I got my bulldog. Honestly, yeah, like seeing him.
Oh yeah, you gotta remember that we both have English bulldogs. We don't forget.
We literally have
my dog's named Chesty.
Yeah, we literally have the fucking mascot in the house.
Yeah. We don't forget.
Looking at me with that dumbass face.
That goofy ass face.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, yeah, like I got Chesty, so like this shit ain't over with. Like I didn't forget nothing like that. So I think it's cool, man. I think it's great. I think it's something that I'm glad that we still celebrate.
I feel like
still think about.
I feel like after this year, we need to incorporate. We need to do something or collaborate, where it's not just us, because we have a lot of veteran friends. You know what I'm saying? You have me and your two other people out here in Florida. Like literally.
Yeah.
Like shit, one's a half-hour drive away from my crib. Yeah. Where we should all come together on the birthday and do something. It don't have to be a ball, but like go out, fucking do some shit that's ball related in a sense. Because again, like I said, like the ball is like that wedding format. You have your formal shit and then there's the reception. We could do the reception all fucking day.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty cool, man. I think we could.
We could do that next year because shit, I'm telling you, like, when you get out and you don't have that anymore, it hits harder.
I feel that.
So.
I feel that.
But enough with the Debbie Downer shit.